Coach, you drafted 3 offensive linemen so far, including one at the very top there in Troy Fautano. All of them love football, all of them passionate, all of them real physical. Was continuing to address the offensive line a big key for you guys heading into this draft?
We just want to roll people, man, to be honest with you guys. You know, we got some backs that we like. We've got a good offensive line. We took Broderick Jones a year ago. This draft pool or class we thought was really loaded with some top-end offensive line talent, and we just wanted to draw from that well.
G'day, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Today we're talking all things Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin. But I'm going to bring in my good mate, the Arsenal DB. What's going on, mate? How are you?
What's up, people?
How are you, dude? You feeling pretty good about this, or are we going to fire Tomlin and it's all over?
I would never advocate for that, ever.
Nah, not yet. No, you know what? Even on that point, right? And today, guys, we're going to talk about, Tomlin pretty much had a 3-year contract, and in the live chat, put questions, all that kind of stuff. Kind of really good show with DB here. And if you haven't seen Arsenal DB's work, he's Arsenal DB on YouTube. He does Steelers stuff, Miami Heat stuff, wrestling, as you say.
Most times, I do wrestling on the other channel, the second channel. Me and my cousin do wrestling on there. But most times, I just do Steelers, Heat, but mostly NFL, NBA, the NBA sometimes too. I might add boxing. I might.
You know what we should do? You and I should create an Oilers channel. Did you see that Oilers tweet the other day with that young lady?
I don't think so.
Oh boy. When you see this tweet by the Oilers lady out there, it will change your fandom in a heartbeat. I was a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Now I'm an Oilers fan. Sorry, I give up. When you see it, because you don't know yet, if you don't know, but the guys and girls in the chat can both appreciate that. When you go look it out, if you haven't seen it yet, everybody should appreciate the greatness of the Oilers fan.
The Oilers fans?
I am Oilers fan all the way. And currently right now, they are 1-0. She is unbelievable. When you see it, go look it up. 46 says we just started WNBA channel.
Not a channel, but I would definitely cover it. I went to the game on Saturday. I go to at least 2 games a year because the Mercury is my favorite team. So I watched them since like 2015, 16. So I go most of the games they come here. But I wouldn't create a channel just solely on this one sport.
That's right.
I do all of them.
I saw your vlog on your channel too with your mother. You're throwing shade at her. You're throwing heat.
She's a Dallas Wing fan, so I was like, hey, they lost.
Yeah. We have a comment here from Steelers. Wade says, "I'm an Oilers fan."
Okay,
now.
I seen the tweet.
Well, I'm telling you, let's go. We'll make it today.
Let's go Oilers.
How is that allowed on Twitter? It's so good.
Ever since Elon Musk took over Twitter, it's been crazy.
Freedom.
You see, Antonio Brown still haven't got canceled yet.
Post whatever you want. She's unbelievable. That's why I'm an Oilers fan. I've been an Oilers fan since that date. Okay, so you brought up a good point though, right? I think you said, wait, what did you say at the start? I think I forget what you said.
I think it was something about you talking for like basketball? You're talking about
with Mike Tomlin.
Oh, I feel good about it. I would never advocate for him to be fired ever.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. Yeah, I had a good point. Now I got it back. Right now, that brings me to my first idea. You know what? I don't know about anyone else, but for me, if Mike Tomlin does go 2-15 over the next 3 years, I'm still going to support him because I've been watching him for 18 years. Like if it goes sour grapes near the end, so be it. That's for me, for my personal opinion. I don't know about you if you'd be the same. I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people would turn on him so quickly, like the whole Matt Canada thing. But like he's now got a extension for 4 years. And if it does go south, but it won't go south. But if it did, I won't be yelling at the screen saying fire Tomlin. It's like we're just in it until he retires, right? Is this the same scenario as like Big Ben, you think, where he's going to watch him walk off into the sunset and then he might give it up after the next 4 years?
I think Tomlin is going to be kind of like Pete Carroll, the Seahawks did for him. When the time came, they kind of moved him to the office. Because they love Pete Carroll's character, his energy around the team. So I think Coach Tomlin probably retired. He probably died Steeler. So he might be like a team president or something. He's going to be there forever, I think. Most likely.
Maybe he's the bloke that when he does retire as a coach, he might go into the office. If you don't want him in the office, maybe he just starts going to the gym or something like that. Maybe he's always around the building. You just
they need him because he can recruit people. He can recruit and make people believe. So they need that guy around still.
Well, in saying that, with the Coach Tomlin stuff, look at all like Patrick Queen and all those guys and Fields and Russell Wilson speak so highly of him.
Yeah.
And 99 says this, what's everyone's opinion? Well, my opinion is really highly. Like, I love the bloke. I think he's done a real good thing. What is your like overall opinion of the extension itself for him being the coach for the next 4 years?
I think it's a good deal to get Coach Tomlin locked up because you look at kind of the teams he had to deal with. Like, last year, 3 different quarterbacks. Years before, he had a rookie quarterback, and the year before that, he had an aging Big Ben with no O-line. The secondary was bad and stuff. I think Kevin Colbert was sabotaging him because he was like drafting random people and signing all types of people. He signed Mr. Trubisky on the first day of free agency. I think the first hour of free agency and brought the different guys in. And Coach Tomlin still found a way to get that team to winning record. And last year, 3 different quarterbacks still get a team to the playoffs as well. So now with a real quarterback, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. We see Omar Khan added some pieces on the O-line for the draft. And Patrick Queen, the big signing as well, Deshaun Elliott. I think now our team is looking like they can contend and they can compete. So we're going to see how Coach Tomlin look with a real team.
I was listening to Alan Saunders today and Zach Farabaugh, I think, on Steelers Now. And Alan made a good point. He was like, if you wanted to see, Tomlin get a first-round pick, you'd have to see a losing season, right? Like, he turned around that season where Big Ben got injured and they went like 9-8. Now, the Steelers could have folded, and maybe it might have been better for them to fold in the long run to get a higher pick. But as we know, you play to win the game like Herm Edwards, and you want to see our team win. Now, Mike Tomlin always does a good enough job to get us to 8-8 or 9-7 or 10-7 now, actually, because it's the new rules, right? And yes, that can hurt us sometimes because we're not getting the higher draft pick, but then also higher draft picks aren't always going to turn out, and as we know with Kenny Pickett was a mistake, right? As we've seen now, unless he comes back and lights it up. But my thing went off. I'm having trouble with my camera. The thing is, though, hold up. Oh my goodness. There we go. If it changes again, I'll change back to the other one. But I understand where people have the frustration with the last 7 years, haven't had won a playoff game since 2016. I get all that stuff, but then I go to the other side too. I always like chop and change. It's like it's really hard to win a playoff game. It's really hard to win Super Bowls. Mike Tomlin has one of those. And then I'm at the point where I made my video, and I'm going to go to the comments in a minute. Like, I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm like, at this point, we can't change anything. You and I can't change anything.
Yep.
You have to deal with it. If you like it or you don't like it, at this point, you're going to go, Coach T's my coach, and we'll see what happens and we cheer the team on. What do you think about that? Because what can we really do? Yeah,
like, and most of the 12, like, you can probably blame Coach Tomlin a little bit, but some of those games, Big Ben was just giving the other team the ball a lot. A lot of those games, the playoff games at the end, like, of his career, I feel like after like 20, like around 2017, that's when he started kind of falling off a little bit. And some of those playoff games, we just turned the ball over. And then the defense was horrible too, as well. And you can kind of blame it on Coach Tomlin, but you can also blame it on Kevin Colbert not going out there getting the right pieces. Wasting draft picks on Artie Burns and Sean Davis and all these people that didn't really turn out to be anything. But now with Omar Khan here and Coach Tomlin here, I think last year he did a good job to build on some stuff, being 10-7, and we're gonna see this year coming up. I hope we can probably try to win maybe 11, 12 games, try to win the division. The division going to be very tough, of course. Most of these teams in the division going to at least win. I can see them actually winning maybe 10 games apiece. That'd be crazy, but it's possible. The division is very tough, so we got to see what happens. But I think we should have a shot to at least win a playoff game, at least get the divisional round or something.
There's a good point you make about Big Ben, because I remember watching back a few years ago. Remember that scene, that video footage of Big Ben where he's playfully knocking away those pads and not trying?
Well, yeah, in practice.
Do we ever think and go, I'm not putting too much shit on Big Ben? Do we think, maybe Big Ben wasn't really checked in?
Yeah, you know he just say he trained by drinking beer and doing yoga. He said that's his training. I was like, that ain't gonna get it done.
Yeah, but even that footage, right? Big Ben's knocking it away, jokingly getting hit by the pads, and part of the drill and the exercise is to avoid them, step them around, and Big Ben's like, was, and we all knew they weren't going to fire Big Ben, like dead set. They weren't getting rid of him at all. They're going to wait until his career was done. Yep. And I think when you say there were mistakes and Jetta was at best, it's a team game, team blame, 100%. there is pressure on Mike Tomlin. I'm not saying that Mike Tomlin's an absolute saint. I like him as a person, as a leader in the locker room. There's definitely blame on him for sure, in the team game. But then there's also should be blame on that Big Ben, didn't dive on the football, or Marquise Pouncey threw a football all over their heads. Or even last season,
the Browns game was awful.
Yeah, Rudolph was going down to the end zone and he threw a pick to the corner when it was one score away. Or the defense lets more points, and yes, I know the team isn't ready and stuff like that. Or what about that? That Pickens last year fumbled. So I think that a lot of pressure does get directed at Mike Tomlin a lot of times, where it's like he stuffed up, he's terrible. But I don't see
scapegoat really. Yeah, the coach is always scapegoat.
Always the head coach is the scapegoat. But I think too, when in reality, right, everyone talks about this. Never had a losing season. Now, in their respect to, right, Super Bowl, DB, how much do you want the Steelers to win Super Bowl?
How much we want the Steelers to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Hey, I want it real bad.
Right. Now, how hard is
Super Bowl?
How many teams haven't won it yet?
It's a lot of teams. Panthers, Vikings, I think Falcons. There's a lot of teams that haven't won a Super Bowl. There's a lot of them.
There's 12. There's 12 teams that have never won it, and 4 have never been.
And 2 in our division too. The Browns and the Bengals as well.
I like that. I think Rod's on the other side. We're not liking Coach Tomlin too much, and it's fine. But I'm effing working. I'm over non-losing seasons. But here's my point, right? With this non-losing seasons thing, if you were Mike Tomlin and you were getting your team to the effing playoffs, you were trying your hardest. That's a pretty good accomplishment, achievement, right? To never not have a losing season and getting there, and you're saying, "Look, I got you guys there. Let's go," and then that doesn't happen. Like having a non-losing season and never having a losing season at all in 18 years and having 170 wins and 100 losses is unbelievable. Like it's nuts. You know what I mean? Yep. And then we don't like a person for that. Oh, he's terrible because we go back to the non-losing season thing. And yes, it gets brought up all the time, but it is really hard to win a Super Bowl. In your lifetime, right, DB, you're 22 years of age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have seen 2 Super Bowls, have you not? Or you've been alive for them?
Yeah, 2. Yeah, I've seen. Well, the one we lost to the Packers, that the Black Eyed Peas were forming at halftime. But
yes,
yeah, I think so 2 Super Bowl wins. Yes.
So you've been alive for 3. I'm going to make a real good point here in a minute. Hope so. You've been alive for 3, right?
Yep.
If I were to bring a Bengals fan on this channel called the Bengals Arsenal DB, how many have they won? 0.
A big donut.
Thank you. I think sometimes we are a bit spoiled in terms of fandom and like cheering our team on. Now, me being a recent Oilers fan, I don't know how many they've won, but I'm going to cheer them on because that lady. You know what I'm saying? Only Bengals fans hate Macca's. I love Macca's. Macca's is great. It's really cheap. You don't call it Macca's over there, do you? You call it McDonald's, right? Mickey D's.
I only McDonald's. Yeah. The last time I ate McDonald's, I was like a child. I was like 10. I haven't ate McDonald's in forever.
Someone's going to prison. Close. I'm going to prison. Seeing you guys in a couple of decades. They're rated McDonald's. Oh, okay. Macca's is nothing wrong. Yeah, look, I know you know what's crazy? It's a controversial topic because of the playoff wins, this kind of stuff. But isn't it kind of cool to see the bloke get another chance for another 4-year run? Like, do you think we have a
and with the team you want too? Like I don't think he. Of course, they drafted Kenny Pickett, but I don't know if Coach Tomlin was fully invested in Kenny Pickett. Because before, I remember they had the little reports that said Tomlin said that he didn't want to do a rebuild with certain quarterbacks and this quarterback and that quarterback. They had the rumors going around and stuff. He never denied them or any of the rumors, but I don't think he wanted to do it with Kenny Pickett. But now, he did talk highly of Justin Fields, of course, before he even got drafted. He was talking highly of him, Russell Wilson, different guys. But he can never get those guys because he never have enough losses to be picking that high. But now you get an opportunity to trade a 6th-round pick to get Justin Fields. You sign Russell Wilson for $1.2 million. Do you add him to the team as well? And then Patrick Queen, I was surprised too that he left the Ravens and he said he wanted to leave. He wanted to be on the team with Coach Tomlin. and stuff. So it's like Coach Tomlin had that pool to bring players in. So I think now getting opportunity with the quarterback you want, with some players that you want to see like shine out there, and the O-line being fixed too finally as well. I think you have opportunity the next 3 years to try to like win something.
Well, it's funny when you say that because Kenny Pickett, I've still got the audio when Mike Tomlin said this about Kenny Pickett. He says, I expect him to kill it. This was like two last year, I think.
What you expect now from Kenny Pickett, year 2, it's his team, full control from jump. What do you expect here? What do you talk to him about?
I expect him to kill it.
And what?
Now.
Well, he killed it all right.
He's season he killed. No. Now, look, I was a huge, supporter of Kenny Pickett, gave him time, gave him a chance, that kind of stuff. I always try and be in their boat as much as I can. But what do you expect, Tomlin to really say? It could be a chance here. Maybe him and Colbert were on the same page, and Colbert, I never really understood that. Why Colbert was allowed to draft the last season?
Yeah, that was crazy. He was able to sign people and draft.
He drafted the April draft season, then then he was fired like 2 months later. Is that right?
Yeah, he was like there for free agency. He signed Mitch and all those guys, and then he was able to draft. He was able to draft, and then he left. He said, "Here you go. You got Mitch. There you go." And he left.
Was he trying to give like Omar Khan a short start at the front? Was his ending season just saying, okay, you're going to start with nothing. I'm going to give you one of the worst quarterbacks for Kenny Pickett in the draft.
I think Khan would have probably skipped the quarterback that year. He probably would have just went O-line and defense. He might just roll with Mason, most likely. Yeah. I think he would have skipped quarterback that year.
Well, maybe Colbert was like, oh, I could wait to get Brock Purdy. No one knows what he's like. Could have got him. And then I'm going to give you a real bad quarterback. I'm going to get Mitch Trubisky from Buffalo, and like he's going to be a backup and start. Because even then, like when Trubisky started, I was like, oh, I feel sick. Yeah.
Like, I never really liked his play style. Not even at college. I was wondering why the Bears took him over Deshaun Watson, who just won a national championship. Like you took Mr. Trubisky over him, and then I never liked his play style. It's like he always hesitant, like a deer in headlights, and it worked out. So I was like, that was like a setup really by Colbert. But luckily, Omar Khan kind of fixed it now. Kind of fixed some stuff up.
So I'm saying maybe did it on purpose. Maybe Colbert was like, "Nah, dude, let's give this guy a hard start." he put the difficulty to hard first or advanced or whatever, and said you got to start this way. But of course, they're all involved. We're only joking. What else about Coach T, man? What else are you like happy about with his like 3-year extension? Because for me, I just like the fact we have a coach for the next 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, is that not a plus?
Yeah, it's a big plus, especially with young Justin Fields and some of the young players who kind of already kind of build a chemistry with Coach Tomlin. You hate to see young players see a coach come every year. That's what happened to Justin Fields with the Bears. He had a different OC, a different coach every time. It's kind of hard to learn a playbook over and over year after year. But having some stability, be like, okay, Coach Tomlin's gonna be here for the next 4 years. I get to learn about a guy who believes in me, who trusts me, and I can go out there and be myself. He allows you to be himself. Like I think Coach Tomlin, Andy Reid, Pete Carroll when he was coaching his first as well. Those coaches right there allow you to be yourself. You go out there, be yourself, express yourself how you want. Don't hurt the team, of course, because you can play, with emotion, but don't play emotional where you like getting penalties and stuff like that. So I like Coach Tomlin. He allows players to go out there, be free, not too free like Antonio Brown free, but just be yourself, ball out, free. And just be comfortable in the environment.
Never seen a player just take off their jersey and quit like that. I just went, I'm done. I'm out, dude. J-Devil says Colbert set the team to hardcore mode. Yep, definitely. Restart.
They're like one of those games you play, like they say no respond. If you die, no respond.
My bloody camera. Hang on, one more chance, camera, and then this is it. All right, mate? You hear me? I don't even touch anything. That's Tomlin's fault again, too.
It's Kevin Colbert hacking. You see, they're talking about me.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I mean, I think it's big news. I thought they were going to just give him a 3-year extension. I said 3 years or 2 years, but 3 years makes sense for this team. And I think isn't Arthur Smith too? He's got a 2-year or 3-year contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. The other guy we got to watch though is Austin. Is because no one ever gives blame to him on certain things or certain bad things. Terrell Austin, Matt Kemmer was in the way the whole time, and the defense was certain parts wasn't the best last year. And everyone was blaming Matt kind of 100%, right? But then no one was really blaming Austin for certain things that were happening too. So I think we've got to watch him what they do with that too, because Tomlin's going to be here next 3 years. Who does he go and get another DC next year, or do you think that Austin is back? Because he's only 1 year in his contract, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Terry Austin, now to his credit, he didn't have enough. They had the right depth, but the defense still allowed. They only allowed 19 points per game, which is not bad with the injuries they had last year. But the yardage, they allowed a lot of yardage in the ground and in the air. But there was top 5 in turnovers as well. And in fourth quarters, they was like they held teams to I think the second fewest points. So they was doing some good things like in clutch situations. You know, we see all those game-winning interceptions they had last year. But I think now with adding Dante Jackson, we got Cam Sutton back. Now we got him back for the wrong reasons, but got him back. And then we got Joey Porter Jr. as well. Patrick Queen, I think now we start seeing some like old school Steelers where we actually can blitz again. No, blitz because we have man-to-man guys who can guard man-to-man, so you can blitz in and not worry about somebody breaking free down the field or something.
Yeah, dead set. Dante, sorry, I always say Dante's name wrong. Dante says, I wish I could have been there when Mike read that Tomlin was extended. Well, that means you would have been a bit of a creeper because I was sleeping, mate. I woke up, checked my phone. So if you were there, that would have been weird. I was like 6 a.m. I was in my bed. I was like, oh, let's go. Nah, I was pretty excited. Let's do some shout outs, man, because some of these guys come to your channel too, and we're a big Arsenal DB fan of yours too. So let's do about 10 shout outs we'll start from here. G'day, Arthur, what's going on? G'day, Jeremiah Yoda. G'day, Pittsburgh Toddy. G'day, Gene, Chris or Christopher. G'day, Russell Barton. That's big difference between non-losing and a winning season. Yeah, fair cool. G'day, Jet Devil. G'day, Rod. G'day, 99 the chat. G'day, 46. That means too, hopefully, that Christian 46 will be around for. How long do you think Christian 46 will stay in Pittsburgh?
He probably stay here maybe his whole career, most likely.
Yeah, I think so.
He does a solid job. A good job.
That's the ball,
I used to think long snapping was kind of easy, but the art of long snapping is actually kind of difficult, and the timing of everything as well. Cause like it looks easy on TV, but when you actually see the training they do, you're like, man, it's a little difficult. Yes. The timing, make sure you spin the ball where the laces are faced a certain way, so when it gets to the holder hand, they can just put it down without switching it.
All right, I'll give you an analogy. If I'm an expert artist, right, and you ask me to draw one picture a day, and I've got 8 hours to draw, and it takes me an hour and a half, done. How easy is that? That's pretty much like long snapping for Christian 46. He's an expert long snapper. He goes out there and in the time of 8 hours practice, what does he do every day? No, like what do you think he does every day? Like in the training camp, OTAs and all these things. How much can you do besides 2 hours a day long snapping?
The best that he can do really, unless they teach him some tackle drills just in case. But I don't think so.
Yeah, well, he used to play. He played middle linebacker. I think in college he played middle linebacker too for the Dallas Renegades when in the XFL or USFL, one of those ones.
Yeah, UFL.
Yeah. So I want to get him on the show to ask him that question because obviously, that's one of the best jobs he's got. Is his contract's going to be a lower contract too, like $1 million a year or $2 million a year. But he snaps the ball. He's great at his craft. But then what do you do for the last 4 hours of the day? Everyone's like, man, today was a hard practice. He's like, yeah, it was pretty hard.
I guess he get on a treadmill or do some squats or something. I don't know.
I guess in his position, you don't want to stuff up, do you, for being a long snapper. Like you need to be on point.
Yeah, a little flexible too. Yeah, so
All right. Sorry. So a bit more shout outs. Shout out to Roberta. I forgot who I shouted out before too. So shout out to Rod. Shout out to Gene. I don't know who I shouted out before. Let's do 5 more. Yuli in the house too. Darkstorm. G'day, Darkstorm. And let's do George, Brian Brown. What's going on? And Chloe Smith. Alrighty, so let's talk more about this Mike Tomlin extension. Do you really think, and this is a big question, do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers can win a Super Bowl in the next 4 years that he's here? I think they can. They have a possibility to.
I don't like, as a fan, of course, like I hope we can win one this year, but I don't think it'll be this year. But I think they can build into it this year. Like I think this year we see the Steelers going on a little run. And TJ Wise, especially, I feel like he's been itching to have an opportunity at the playoffs. The injuries that happened to him. But I think we can find a way to get in the playoffs, and I think we can go on a little run and kind of build off for the following year. So I think we probably can find a way to win the Super Bowl. Because you really nowadays in the NFL, of course you need a great quarterback to win, but sometimes if you have everything around the quarterback that is great, and then the quarterback might not be elite, but they're good enough. It's good. Just got to be good. Just be consistently good. I think they can go out there and find a way to win. I don't know if it's going to be Russ, though, because Russ, I think he's 36, 37, so he might be retiring a little bit soon. But we'll see.
Who was that quarterback with the Baltimore Ravens? The one, Trent Dilfer?
Oh, right? Trent Dilfer, yeah. But the old Ravens defense only allowed like 9 points.
Yeah, he wasn't the best quarterback for the Ravens defense. The Ravens defense really won it for themselves. And you and I in the green room were talking about Eli Manning and how he's won 2, but he wasn't the best quarterback. So sometimes you just need a running game, a defense, and don't turn the ball over. And now Russ being a veteran, I think he's going to want a bit of, showmanship and like do things like Big Ben did. I've got like a theory that Big Ben left the game to real late to make himself, get those comeback wins. Like it always seemed like he came back and won. Never really won from the start. But yeah, I agree. I mean, so you're saying yes, we do have a chance in this 4-year time period, maybe somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. I say at least by 2025, you got to be in Super Bowl contention at least.
You don't. So this year we're kind of building again. Maybe win a playoff game if we can, win the division chance. There's no like expectation to win Super Bowl, right?
I feel like this year the expectation should be step by step. Try to win. We haven't won the division in a few years. Try to win the division. Try to find a way to then after that, when you win the division, you automatically in the playoffs, of course. So you're in the playoffs. Try to win a playoff game. Then you're in another playoff game, and then maybe you see what happens after. So you have to get step by step. I think this year, but I think now the team is out the rebuilding stage. They kind of in the stage to go out there and compete and open the Super Bowl window open again. Because I think the Super Bowl window been closed for the past 4 years for us, kind of really.
Yeah, it's yeah, I think last year too with the Bills one, I thought we had a bit of a chance, but it came down to Rudolph and it was playing in their house and it was like snowy game and all that kind of stuff. So I
Josh Allen run made me real mad. I was like, come on, man.
Dude, that bloke. There was the angles missed him and like the Lincoln went on a bad angle and like the other. I think he did like a fake slide at Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, he did a fake slide kind of, and then he sped up and ran. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, he slowed up and went like this, and then he went off again, started running. That was a bit frustrating, letting Josh Allen run 51 yards on you. But I think the Steelers have made the right move today. I know a lot of people won't be as happy as myself and for cheering on Coach T and giving him a chance for the next 4 years. He's been consistently winning over the games. Like I don't know about you, DB. Do you know how many games he's won in his entire career?
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna guess.
Have a guess.
I'm gonna guess 160.
Very close. He's won 173 games and he's lost 100. Yeah, and he has and I was thinking about this too, right? And he's got 2 ties. Has there been a game that Mike Tomlin's missed in every season?
I don't think so.
No.
Not some coaches miss sick. They have sickness, and sometimes they be. I think one time Kevin Stefanski, he was out. That one time I forgot what happened. He had COVID or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, to what I'm reading and thinking back, there's no games that he's missed where he hasn't. I know head coaching isn't where your job where you get injured, but sometimes the head coaches might not be there for certain reasons. They could be fine. They could be whatever. There could be a circumstance where one of their relatives passes away or something similar. But yeah, or he's been really sick. He's never missed a game. So he's coached 200. This is crazy. In 17 years, pretty much your existence, DB, and our lives growing up, right? 275 games. He's won 173 games. He's lost 100. So winning and losing. Record of .633. So he's above 500 by far. Playoff games, 18. Now, here's the iffy part where fans start to go, oh, this is why we don't want him anymore. He's won 8 and lost 10, right?
Yeah.
Won 8 and lost 10. And apparently, according to this website, he's done 93 challenges. This is profootballreference.com. 93 challenges, and he's won 40. So he's below that, but not as bad as people think.
Yeah, the challenges never go coming away. It seems like it.
Yeah. So that was something. I think everyone's got flaws. Like everyone has different things where that doesn't go their way, right? But in terms of that, like that's crazy. In like Pittsburgh Steelers history, 2008 Super Bowl champions, and when he was 36 years of age, and then he went back to there in 2010 versus Green Bay, and they haven't been back since, right? Yep. That's the thing where Steelers fans, we want to go back there, but it is really hard. Like it's super hard to go back. I want to bring up this picture too, and I want to get your thoughts on this as well. Before I do that, though, let's bring up Mike. Mike Tomlin, what do you think?
Coach Tomlin, let's go for the win, man.
My favorite quote.
That's the classic. They need to do one interview. He was like, "Yeah, Coach Tomlin was rude to me. He was a little mean." Like, nah, he's locked in. He's working. Imagine you was like working at your desk or something. You was at whatever job you do, you working. Somebody trying to ask you for an interview. I'm like, come on. Like, ask me after the game or something in the press conference room.
It's halftime.
So I'm working.
Halftime. He's walking past whatever game it was. Halftime. It was apparently it was one of the Barstool reporters, and he filmed himself, and he got so much heat. Well, no. He didn't like what happened, but then Tomlin got a lot of heat because he was like not personal with the fans. I was like, it's so funny. I would love that if I interrupted Tomlin like that. I'll go, yeah, my bad, my apologies. And Tomlin's like, man, I'm fucking working. Leave me alone. I'm fucking working. Hey, I love it. That's my favorite.
I said what I said.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the best sound bites ever. When I eventually meet him and maybe we can get everyone to go there in 10 years' time, I'm going to play that. I'm going to shake his hand and play that sound bite in like an iPhone and say, hey, Coach Tomlin, this is you, bro. All right. What are your thoughts on this, dude? So, hey, everybody. Alex Zora says, so Coach Tomlin does to 2027, right? What are your thoughts about Chuck Noll, Bill Carroll, Mike Tomlin having 3 coaches in 3 years? Sorry, in 57 years.
Yeah, that's actually phenomenal as an organization to have that type of, have like 3 coaches in that period of time only. Because there's a lot of teams that had a lot of different coaches. Like the Browns, our division, they had about probably that span, they probably at least had like 18, maybe like 15, 16, 17 coaches.
Hey, let's find out.
They had a lot in that span. They had to.
Let's find out. Coaches since 2006.
They were just signing people then.
Keep going. Sorry.
They were just signing people. They was like just signing random people and bring people on. So everybody been the Browns coach before. But that's actually very impressive though to have only 3 coaches in that time span. That means you're doing things right.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So
Dang.
since 2006, Romeo Crennel, is that their record? Let me see if it's their record. Oh, it is their record too. Okay, great. I can tell you their record. The Browns record since 2000. He was 2005. Romeo Crennel. He went 24 and 40. That's pretty bad. That's below 500. Eric Mangini went 10 and 22. That's pretty bad. That's 0.33. Right. Pat Schumer was the next one, 2011 to 2012. That's 32 games, 9 and 23. So there's 3 coaches that have no chance at all. Right. Didn't even know who this bloke. Do you know who Rob Kradowski is? Rob Chudnitsky?
They heard that name before. Let's see, like a brother or something.
Oh no, he snuck in 2013 at 16 games. He was there for 1 year, 4 and 12. So he was terrible. I didn't even know he was a coach of them. He's the only name I don't know. Mike Pettine was 10 and 22, right, in 2014-15. Hugh Jackson, oh boy.
Yeah, you know Hugh Jackson, yeah.
Do you know how many wins he had?
Yeah, Hugh Jackson didn't win anything. The Browns kind of set him up though. They set him up. Hugh Jackson he had potential as a coach. They set him up badly.
Oh, we're gonna make a new podcast. So Oilers won and the Browns and Bag at the Browns. That's what we called. It's gonna be called Bag at the Browns slash.
I don't think he got a job ever since then either. Ever since he got had that Browns tenure, he had a job since. Like dang.
2016, Hugh Jackson played 40 games. He went 3 in 36 in 1 draw. The 1 draw was against us. So that's unbelievable. Greg Williams was the Browns coach in 2018. He went 8 and 5. He went 5 and 3. So he was a positive one, the first positive coach in like ages. Freddie Kitchens was 6 and 10, and now Kevin Stefanski is 37 and 30. So he's the best one. He got 2 coach of the years. He did 2, 2020 and 20.
Yeah, he got one last year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know how. It should have been the Texans coach, the Miko Ryans, but I don't know how they got that.
Yeah, even last year it should have been D'Amico Ryans or the Lions coach.
Coach Campbell. That would have been good too.
He's turned that place around 1,000%. So, Darkstorm says they have a lot of QBs. We haven't got time for that. We haven't got time. Do we have time for that?
The QB? They had about Yeah, they at least had about 25, 26. The McCowns, he came back a few times. Deshaun Kaiser, Deshaun Watson, they all type of people there. Brandon Whedon.
Okay, from
Johnny Manziel.
Browns QB list from 72 rows on Wikipedia. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That's bad. List of Cleveland Browns. We'll get back to Steelers talk, by the way. This is funny. Oh, my goodness. That is just insane how many there is. Since 2006, you had Charlie Fry. Oh, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this? Starting quarterbacks, they have to label them not by the years, but by rows. So in 2006, there was like 4 starting quarterbacks for the Browns.
Oh, dang.
So sorry, in 2008 it was. So Charlie Fry, Derek Anderson, Charlie Fry, Brady Quinn, Ken Dorsey, Bruce Gronkowski was apparently a Browns quarterback. Colt McCoy.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Jason Campbell was there, Brian Hoyer, I won't name them all. Johnny Manziel, Josh McCown, Robert Griffin, Kevin I think there's more than this. Maybe these are the starting ones. I don't know. Baker Mayfield, Tyrod Taylor, Case Keenum, Deshaun Watson, Brissett. That's crazy. There is heaps. There's like over 20. There's over like 20 something there.
Dang.
I like that too. Yeah. What's your favorite? Coach Tomlin quote?
Definitely, of course, it's not about what you're capable of, but what you're willing to do. You know, anybody can be capable of anything in life, but you're willing to do the work that's necessary to become that thing that you're capable of. I love that quote by Coach Tomlin, because you can use it on the football field, you can use that in life, use that in anything like that. So that's probably my favorite one right there.
I got something too. Gene says, "I'll tolerate you until I can replace you."
Yeah, that's what he told Le'Veon Bell. I think it was somebody told that too.
Yeah. Dude, I like that. Yeah, put him in the chat, guys. Put him in the chat. Tell me your favorite Mike Tomlin quote. I've got one here from Todd. He said,
"We want volunteers, not hostages."
That's the other one. When you have brown paint, you cover the barn in. Yeah, when you have red paint, you paint the barn red. Sean says the standard is a standard. I can't think of one off my head. I just like the one that he said with the Coach Tomlin. I'm effing working in this one, but I can't think of one exactly.
Coach Tomlin, let's go for the win, man.
and the one about the college too. He said, "There's not a booster big enough blank check." He said, "Never say never, but never."
Never. Never say never, but never. That is something. This one I have too is the we don't care one. It's great.
We do not.
You guys gotta. Yeah, that was a crazy one.
That was in 4 years ago.
I think we had a bye week until like an early bye because of COVID that happened.
Yeah.
And so you got to play like 12 weeks straight. How you feeling? We do not care. The walkout last year, he didn't say anything, but the walkout was funny though. He's like, "So, Coach, what's your contract?" He just, "We got it here."
What? The walkout might be top 5, one of the best things he's ever done. You know what I mean? Because there's like memes about that everywhere. And he's like, "I'm out." Like, he didn't say anything. And it was like one of the things, like Brooke Pryor or someone. I think he doesn't. He's got a really bad relationship with Brooke Pryor. I think doesn't. Like
he knew it was coming. He already knew it was coming from her.
Yeah,
he was like, "I already know it's coming." So, Coach, your contract, like, we got it here.
Was it after the Bills game?
Yeah, after the playoff game, right after.
Yeah. And what about the contract? He's like, just dips out. He says, "Nah, see ya." Yeah, nah, he's awesome. I don't know when that was. We did not care. Was like. Wait a minute.
That was, I think, 20. It was the year Big Ben, I think, came back. We went undefeated. We put the Titans. We put the Titans they both was undefeated. And they put the Titans and won.
And that was this season that we had.
Chase
schedule was going everywhere, right?
Yep. I think we put that Ravens game on Wednesday or something crazy. Yeah.
The Mike Tomlin. Yeah, Tomlin doesn't like Brooke Pryor. They always have clashes in the media. You can tell. Yeah. I think she tries to rally him up. Yeah, I've got that one too. Dude, I wish he said that. Where is it? Yeah, we do not care. It's great. I'm from working.
The Patriot one was good too. When the Patriots are cheating, he said the radio station said, "So you think the Patriots are cheating?" I said what I said.
Yeah, he's great. 99 says no one cares about your problems. They either don't care or I'm glad you have them. Afton says, "Yeah, this is this year in 2024. We just want to roll people, man." I've got that one too. Nameless great faces. I do like that one. Never say never.
Yeah, never. Don't seek comfort either. That's another one. Like, don't seek comfort.
And what did he say too? He's in that same press conference. He's like, "Do you ask Andy Reid this? Do you ask Sean Payton these
Sean
questions?"
Payton this?
Yeah, he went off. Like, it's a true fact. Do you ask these other coaches about, the college jobs? No, I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers coach. I will be for the next, 21 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Any other ones here? Yeah, difference between making wine and then smashing grapes. I read a few more. Yeah, as president, we do not care. We do not apologize for winning. Fantastic. Man, anything else you want to add before for the Mike Tomlin stuff? We'll talk about some other things too, some other Steelers stuff.
I think you pretty much covered everything, but to all the Tomlin haters, guys, just put your hate aside for the team. Come together for the team.
That's a good point. Yeah. No, I agree. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I agree. I think that's everyone who doesn't like Tomlin, and you don't like him or whatever, but he's going to be the coach for the next 4 years. Let's rally. Let's support our team and get behind. I understand if you don't like him, that's fine. Some people don't like me, and I don't like some people out there, right? But still, we're going to rally.
We can always sign Matt Canada as the head coach if they want to.
Ooh. I think, speaking of Matt Canada, I think we should all celebrate and have a drink. Wait, I should have before, didn't I? Have a drink. I think we should all have a drink. The cheers to Mike Tomlin. You got a drink there? You got a drink or no drink there?
No, I'll drink.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I have one for you. So cheers to Mike Tomlin on this year in 2024. All right. Okay. And yeah, when he said Matt Canada, I've still got him here somewhere. Oh, that's right. That's like Cameron Hayward wore that. Oh, we're doing. Yeah, you said Matt Canada, and everyone was like, "Oh boy, Jesus." Yeah, imagine being a coach. No, I'm pretty good, man. I'm like, yeah, I respect what you say there. Like, yeah, if you don't like him, fine, but we still come together and cheer the team on, and hopefully we don't see too many fire Tomlin chants, or at least now the Tomlin hot seat thing can go away, because that doesn't make any sense. Why would you hire a coach, extend a coach for 4 years, and he's going to be on the hot seat? He won't be on the hot seat until like 2026.
If you cut him, you still got to pay him. So it's like you're still paying him.
Yeah,
so it's kind of pointless.
Right. Yeah, there is no way. I think even Steelers chat talked about today where he could be on the hot seat at the end of the year. You don't give a guy an extension for 3 years and then say he's on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Like, if he has a bad season this year, then you're going to rebuild the year after. You keep going. So, yeah, man. And TD's on his fifth. There you go, on his fifth can. I wouldn't mind wearing one of those hats, one of the cowboy hats. All right,
Cowboy Canada hat.
So let's get into some other things. I haven't talked to you about the OTA and stuff like this. What about what are your thoughts on the? We'll start with quarterbacks. What are your thoughts on like the quarterback situation with Russell Wilson and Jay Fields? Did you see the Arthur Smith interview today?
No, I haven't seen yet.
No. So he was talking about a bit, right? Because Missy Matthews asked him a question and was talking about what's going to happen with Jay Fields and Russell Wilson, right? But he kind of avoided the question. It was kind of like they're both good players. They're this, and this. Do you think that we have Russell Wilson at QB1? Like, is that going to happen? I think it happens. I think we're good.
I think so, but you want him to know that. You want him to make sure to go out there and earn it. Never get comfortable. So they be saying stuff in interviews like, well, we're going to see how the battle goes off. Yeah, like see how the battle kind of goes a little bit. But you never want to get comfortable, be like, oh, I got to start a job. I ain't gonna work hard. Now you're gonna work hard. You gotta work hard, keep playing. And Russell Wilson not slick either. He tried to say Justin Fields, he'd be great being a slasher. He could be a running back for us, a receiver. Nah, I'm playing quarterback. I ain't being a running back, receiver, no kick returner.
Yeah, so you think it's gonna be I see what you're saying, but I'm still Oilers fan. 1-1 at the moment. 1-1. No, so you reckon it's gonna be I think it's Wilson, but and I think they're gonna use Fields in different ideas. So
if Wilson starts sucking, then they might put him out there, like put Fields out there, or he get hurt. He got banged up a few times past few years, so he get hurt and he might be out there. But I think Wilson should do a good job in his offense. But I think next year they're gonna be Justin Fields. But I'm hoping that our team is in position where we're winning enough games so we can like rest our starters the last game and see Justin Fields, this year. That'd be a perfect situation. You like see him how he kind of like improves a little bit and then get to the playoffs, and then next year you take over the reins as the starting quarterback.
By the way, too, I just found a site called Yinz's Shop that's got 29 Mike Tomlin quotes
on T-shirts.
Just like in a sentence.
Oh, in the sentence.
unless they're making them up. I don't know if they're making them up. Maybe they are. I'm not a fan of moral victories. I'm a fan of victories. I think they're making them up. They don't seem like they're like Mike Tomlin quotes. Maybe they are. Oh, plus they repeated one too. But yeah, man, I reckon they're gonna have Wilson at quarterback number 1.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then they'll feed him Fields, see what happens. OTAs, it starts tomorrow, right? June 10th for you guys.
I think so. Yeah.
No. Minicamp as well. So minicamp starts.
It's not a mandatory minicamp. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be there. It'd be funny if Cam didn't show up.
Well, CeeDee Lamb not showing up to the Cowboys one. So some players they missed the mandatory one too, and for contract extension. So I think he'll show up though. He'll probably show up, but you never know.
He was there for the OTAs, but I just think it'd be funny if he didn't show up this time.
Yeah, he really don't need to show up. Really, people made a big deal for nothing. I'm like, he's been here for like 12 years. He know all the plays, the same plays, it's the same thing. Like he just going out there to build relationship, I guess, with the rookies. But
he has to, because otherwise he gets fined, like you said, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Speaking of CeeDee Lamb, did you see that the stupid trade offer?
Oh yeah, it said George Pickens in the second for CD. I was like, CD is great, but why would I want to trade Pickens away? I want to get CD with Pickens.
Yeah. I saw that going around the internet. I didn't even make a video about it. I think I talked about it a little bit. I was like, that's so stupid. Why would you trade away Pickens to get back another receiver? And
then you're back to the same spot.
It's so dumb. That's the other thing too. Do you reckon the receiver problem is actually a problem with our team? Like,
I think it might be all right. Now I think Roman Wilson has enough talent. In Michigan, he had 12 touchdowns, 700 plus yards, and they ran the ball most of the time. So he basically had a limited amount of targets because they ran the ball a lot. But he played pretty good. He can play inside the slot. He can play outside as well. Very shifty, quick, a great route runner. He kind of complements George Pickens. So he's kind of the opposite. George Pickens is more physical type of. Wilson physical as well, but George Pickens is more physical type, going up there get the ball like DK Metcalf type. They're just Hopkins type of guys. But Wilson is one of those guys who can use to move the sticks. The route runners, the ones that kind of like finesse and get themselves open, around at the catch type of guys. So I think if he just keep getting better and better, I think he'd be cool. Now I was hoping that we at least have at least one veteran receiver. I know we got Quez Watkins and Van Jefferson, but I feel like they all do the same stuff. They all just like deep threats. Like they just go down the field deep. I hope we can get like a guy who's like, because who we had last year? I forgot his name already. We had Allen Robinson. Yeah, Robinson last year. He was solid, but just like it didn't work out well with in our scheme.
Nothing was going on. Nah, we couldn't.
But veteran like that would be solid. Like I know Hunter Renfrow is still out there. I think he'd be a solid veteran. I don't know if Tyler Boyd's still available or not, but there's somebody solid veteran that they can learn a little bit from to have like some maturity in the receiver room.
I think like this. I think they're going to use more tight ends and run game more. I actually think the Steelers won't make a move. And when I say that, they probably will now. But I get the feeling that there's no big trade offer with Ayuk. I think the fan base out there and the Steeler channels out there was the shit ones like chat and those losers.
They kept putting that same trade over and I'm like, at first you kind of like tease it.
I'm fucking over it. Like, when Mike Thomas says I'm fucking working, I'm fucking over you doing that.
Like you got to pay him. If you trade that, you got to pay him like $25 million plus a year.
I don't even want to have him in my fantasy anymore. I don't want to hear his name anymore. I'm sick of hearing his name.
Logical would have been. I think Deebo Samuel would have been logical because like I think he's like in the last year of his deal or something like that. So that'd be like more like reasonable. He can maybe like, and he's been injured too as well. So he'd be like, I can probably trade a lesser amount to get him and sign him to a smaller deal. But in reality, only the 49ers trading any of those guys.
No, but like the rumor been going around has been linked to that happening, and it hasn't happened. And it's not even really any credible sources. They just make a rumor up and say the Steelers are close to signing Brandon Ayuk. Like,
the DK Metcalf is coming to the Steelers. DK and Debo and these. I'm like, no, they're not coming. They're not coming.
I'm okay with the Steelers receiver room. I'm actually over a bit over talking about receiver too, because I feel like it's a disservice to the other receivers on the roster. With Calvin Austin hoping to have a big year, I think it's disservice to rookie Wilson having a chance. I think it's disservice to Van Jefferson. He talked about it. I think it's not good for the other guys on the roster there were 14 receivers on the roster, and we're all hung up on this receiver 2 thing. I think it's absolutely nonsense. Like the team, maybe he won't be the best receiver 2 in the NFL for their standards, but I think like Roberta said, we're going to use more tight ends and also use.
We run the ball about 40 times probably a game.
Yeah.
40 times a game, running the ball. Old school Steelers football.
George has give Hakeem Butler another try. I think he won the MVP or offensive MVP.
Yeah, I think was it XFL? I think.
Yeah. He was playing this year in the UFL. He won something, but he got the Battlehawks lost yesterday. But I wouldn't mind bringing him back, having trying. But I feel like a lot of Steel Nation is around this. We haven't got receiver 2. Oh, turn it off. No point watching. You know what I mean? Like it's dumb to me. They got guys there, and why can't Wilson find a receiver 2? Why can't a receiver 2 be made from the team?
Yeah,
you know, I think it's overlooked to be honest. But if it happens tomorrow where they sign Ayuk, fine. We lose a pick, and we get it going. But I think this whole receiver 2 talk is just it's nonsense. Like
I don't think Ayuk would be too happy here, though. I don't think he'd be too happy here because we're gonna be running the ball a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
exactly
of blocking.
right.
A lot of blocking.
Yep. And what did Wilson say as the draftee? He doesn't mind the physicality. I think Van Jefferson, you know, his role being receiver 2 or 3, he'd be okay with. Austin speedy guy, like Pickens is going to get the ball. So this whole receiver 2 talk is like we are a receiver 2 talk away from a Super Bowl. To me, makes no sense. Like I know I'm in the minority for that one there, but yeah, I don't know, dude.
It's always good to have like somebody you draft to build up to.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and there's got to be a plan too. There's got to be a plan. Like they got rid of Deontay Johnson, and I don't even think he would fit this year's offense with the physicality. So there's a plan why they got rid of him, and they got other guys step up. And then also, I think people are not counting the fact that we could see a guy like Denzel Mims or Quez Watkins or whatever step up. Like I haven't seen him play on our team, but maybe they give it a chance.
And Quarter Patterson, he's going to be used everywhere on the field.
Yeah, exactly right. Kick returner, receiver, running back, DB. That's you, man.
Receiver 2. I can get by. I'm gonna need a season. The NFL is the highest level of everything. I'm gonna need about 2 years to get ready.
But even like Toddy says, will Patterson be used more than anything returns? I think he will be. I think they use him for running back. I think he'll be our third running back. I think he'll be used in the receiving game too. I think the way this offense is going to work is, I don't think Arthur Smith is really eyeing in. Oh, we need a receiver 2, Coach T. Otherwise, we can't play. We can't play the Falcons. We haven't got a receiver 2. You know what I mean? They're not doing that.
He's gonna mix it up though. He's gonna have some cool mix-ups. He's gonna have like 23 personnel, maybe pick Patterson at tight end or receiver on the outside a little bit, bring somebody in to. They'll have some trick plays in there. Because when he had the Titans there being the offensive coordinator, he had Derrick Henry going crazy. And Derrick Henry, they're a catcher, but he has some screen passes at the backfield. I hope Najee Harris get utilized in the pass game a lot more too. So some screens with Najee and Warren being the lead blocker and Quarter Patterson, Darnell Washington all on that side, just blocking for him on the out. That'll be very clean to see.
JJ52 says here, we want to see DB versus Mark. That's me, not Mark Madden. Mark on Madden. I got carved up yesterday. I played 2 games on 2016. I got carved up. The Chiefs beat me, and the Falcons beat me too. But I always play on. I think Madden cheats. When I play, I throw a 50-50 ball, and then Madden twitches, and the next minute the guy takes it over into the house. You're like, what the fuck? So, yeah, it's crazy. Anything else you want to add, man, before we kind of end the show in the next few minutes? Like, I think I'm pretty good with Mike T. I feel confident about our Steelers. Is there any news you've heard around the internet that I might have missed?
Not really, not too much. Only them just. I feel the team chemistry is kind of better now. The team chemistry has been very good. Been seeing a lot of stuff like that, a lot of positive stuff about the team. I'm just hoping our team everybody stay healthy. I think the only news I've seen was Cole Holcomb. He did mention that he would be back playing, but he said he don't know when. So we don't know if he's gonna be probably won't be early in the year, but maybe like and online. He'd be a good piece to use as well. So, and I hope our team to stay healthy. To stay healthy for the long run. Everybody on offense, especially defense as well, like TJ Watt and stuff. To stay healthy, Minka and all those guys, and we'd be good.
We won't go just yet. We got some questions for DB here. Ask the Arsenal DB any questions you want. Steelers questions, personal questions, anything. Where he lives, anything you want. All right. Imagine that.
Social security number. Like, no, what?
Anything, and he's got to answer them. Nah, man. I think it's a huge day for the Steelers and Mike Tomlin to get a contract for three extended years. That's 4 more years. If you like him or don't like him on this team, then if you want to watch the Steelers for the next 4 years, that is what's that? 17, 34,
I think
68 games to go.
Yep.
68 games until you can say fire Tomlin. All right.
Including playoffs. Well, we'll add playoffs, so it might be more. If you make the playoffs, it might be a little more.
What's that? 68 plus 16 is what? 84 games. That's 4 Super Bowls as well.
Yep.
I think something like that. Here we go. Good questions. Yeah, good questions. So we have one here from JJ52 says favorite Avenger.
Favorite Avenger? You're talking like in the sense of MCU or just straight, just straight comics. So I'm gonna do both.
I have no idea what. I don't even know.
From the MCU, of course, it got to be Iron Man. Like that did a very good job playing the character. Did a very good job in elevating the character. So Iron Man got to be the one. But if we talking about like for the comics, I swear everybody been an Avenger, really. So if I could choose anybody, I'd probably say Spider-Man. I feel like Spider-Man teamed up with everybody. He's been an X-Men before. He's been a Fantastic Four. He's been with everybody before. So Spider-Man probably one of the most versatile pieces. The biggest star in Marvel. His movies always make over $1 billion every time. I probably pick Spider-Man. Yeah.
Is Gambit from X-Men? Is he an Avenger? Is he up there or not?
He's an X-Man.
So he can't be an Avenger.
He probably helped the Avenger. They have a lot of comics, so he probably did help him before. He kind of like an anti-hero though, a little bit, a little in between.
I like Gambit. Gambit's my favorite of all time. It's like he flings the ace of cards and just blows up.
Yeah.
I love like characters with staffs. So like the turtles, Ninja Turtles. I like.
Yeah, Donatello. Yeah.
Anyways, we've talked about Browns talk and Avenger talk. That's why you're here at this place. Is this bloke here? Is it your cousin? No.
Nope. I don't know who it is. He said throat puncher.
Didn't you have someone who does your podcast with you?
That's my cousin is Marcus D. Butler.
Oh, maybe he came in one time. Did he come in one time?
Yeah, I think he came in a few times. Yeah, on the comment section.
Right. Gene says, "Who was the best wrestler of all time?" All time.
Oh, that's tough because in a sense of like this in-ring ability, because you talking about the whole package, like they can be entertainer and a wrestler. I'll probably say Stone Cold Steve Austin, but we're going by just in the ring. I might have to say like Bryan Danielson or Kenny Omega or somebody, because those AJ Styles, those Shawn Michaels, those guys in the ring, and they also entertainers too. But Stone Cold, when that glass shatter, no matter what arena it is, what a company, the fans going crazy.
Okay, what about like actual wrestling talent, like wrestling moves and stuff?
I probably say Bryan Danielson. He'd be up there. Him or AJ Styles or Shawn Michaels, Kenny Omega or somebody. Those guys can wrestle 60-minute matches and give you different moves for each minute.
I tell you who I look back on. I look back on like guys like what was it, Eddie and stuff like that. They could do the suplex, that kind of stuff, or like
Kurt Angle. Yeah.
Wrestling talent. When I was watching them when I was a kid, I was like, wow, it was unreal. Like the way they could, because Kurt was a wrestler.
Yeah, Kurt Angle, he's up there too with that. Yeah,
real moves and real suplexes and all those kind of things was kind of cool. I'm not that tuned to wrestling anymore, but I used to like Ric Flair, but off the court, Ric Flair is crazy. He's getting drunk.
Yeah, he got a lot of cases on him.
Yeah. He's like Antonio Brown times 10.
Yeah, the OG, the original Antonio Brown.
Because he doesn't care, because he already knows he's a bad person in that sense, so he just doesn't care about anyone's feelings or anything. I think you're drunk in Florida one time, just started yelling at the bartender, started swearing at them. Ric Flair's Ric Flair. He's crazy. I liked him as a wrestler because I thought he was always fun to watch. I saw him live in Sydney. It was crazy. Okay, so we had Toddy says Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog, yeah. He passed away too, but he was very good, very popular too as well. They come up with the chains on his neck, little headbutts and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Back in the old. I used to like the old school wrestling. Was like when the Ultimate Warrior came down to the ring. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, he like he had every drug in his system. He was going out.
His drugs had drugs.
Yeah,
you know, like he's like gonna have this drug that had a drug.
It's so crazy. Like he had his big grand return. I think in 2015, like his first time being seen in like years, and he died the next day in this hotel. I'm like, dang, it was like kind of like a perfect send off or something.
You know what I just thought? Because I never know when to end the show because I don't know if I run out of topics or if people want me to keep going. Maybe I should do a poll. How long can you stay, DB?
Oh, I told you on Monday. Monday I'm free, so
24 hours. 24 hours. All right, let's do a poll. I'm going to engage with the audience, and that's what it says here on YouTube, to engage with the audience. So, what do I say? How long? Wait, I need a yes or no answer. 24 hours. Someone said
a 24-hour stream.
20. I'll do it when I hit 10.
I did a 12-hour stream with my cousin one time. I barely made it. I almost fell asleep a few times, but he did a 24-hour one before by himself. I don't know how he did it. He was playing like all type of games. Like, eventually, your eyes start burning. Like, man.
He did a 24-hour one?
Yeah, he did a 24-hour stream a few years ago. I was like, what the freak?
What was he doing?
He was playing. He was like doing he was answering questions on trivia, answering some of the chat stuff. He was playing. He was doing everything, but everything you could think of, he was doing it. He took a nap on stream, I think, for a little bit, a quick nap, but he was on stream for 24 hours.
Will you come on because my goal is when I get to 10,000 subs, which is 75% away, right? And it's been guys in YouTube land. Everyone here who's here right now, you're crazy because there's no real news going on, much happening, right? So my views haven't been up where they should be. Probably DB as well. People are waiting to come back for the season, so it's been really quiet in YouTube sense, and probably won't pick up until the season starts. But my goal was to get 10,000 and have a crack. Will you come on the show, on part of the show for 24 hours?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're here now, so yes. All right, I've did a pilot there for the next half an hour, and we'll do some more because I got some more questions for you too. And these are topics inside of another, like a show within a show. You know, like that movie. What's that movie called? Interdimension? No. A Dream Within a Dream. What's it called? I've seen it once.
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah. Dream Within a Dream movie. Hang on. Inception.
Yeah, Inception. I don't think I've seen that before. I don't think so.
You're not missing much. It's just I'm in your dream, you're in someone else's dream. We're gonna save, Charlie.
So it's like a dream world or something.
Yeah. It's a dream within a dream.
So like Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, you're not missing much. All right, DB, what about your favorite topping on a burger? That's a good question.
Favorite topping on a burger? You see, it depends on what burger you're making. If you make a turkey burger, I prefer to have like turkey burger with the Gouda cheese. Gouda cheese is the best thing to put on there. The Gouda cheese is very good. Is that goat cheese? No, Gouda something else, isn't it? No, it's something else. It's white. It's a white cheese. It look kind of like a Swiss a little bit, but a little like darker tone. But it's very good. You put on there melted Gouda, smoked Gouda on the burger. Yeah, be good.
So you like that? So what else? What other burger would you have?
Most times I do turkey, but sometimes beef, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what do you have in your beef burger?
You gotta have a lettuce on there, of course. You gotta have tomatoes on there as well, and probably you could add the Hime 57 sauce. Hime 57. Put that on the bun a little bit. Put on top. Okay. It'd be good.
So is that what you're having? Is beef, lettuce, tomatoes?
Yeah, beef, lettuce, tomatoes, Hime 57. That's all you need right there. See, I don't put that much toppings on my stuff. Like the turkey burger, I'll just put the Gouda cheese on there, maybe a little mayo, and it's good. I don't like to have it super stacked.
Simple as just nice and easy
Yeah,
burger.
the
Easy
bread,
to eat.
the meat, and the cheese.
That's it. Wow. Because here in Australia, we have like a Works burger where it sounds like what it is. So a Works burger, you have the meat, cheese, tomato, onion, mushroom, lettuce, beetroot, egg, all that kind of stuff. We just keep going. Just keep going.
Like a Scooby-Doo sandwich.
It's a big burger. Like yeah. All right. So you're pretty simple burgers. It's just a nice, easy beef or turkey. So you must when you walk through Subway, you must be in and out like that. Yeah.
I haven't been to Subway in a while. Like Subway or which. Yeah, most times you can't go wrong with the meatball sub. Just get that. Add a little mozzarella cheese on it. Let them toast it. I'm done.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I might add some spinach on there occasionally, but that's it. I'm done.
So when you're walking in there, like when I'm saying to them like anything else, I'm like, yes, can I please get lettuce, jalapenos, pickle, carrot, and all that kind of stuff. Green peppers, as you call them over there. You're just like, meatballs, lettuce, cheese, done. Yeah.
Yep. Toast it. We're done. Macadamia cookie. We're done.
I'm out there. Have you ever heard that? There was must be years ago. There was a meme out there where I think it was maybe more of a bloke thing. I don't know, but there were guys trying to go to Subway and not say thank you or yes please. When they're ordering, because you're like they always say, well, would you like this? And you're like, you couldn't answer their questions because how many times you get ordered Subway questions, but for you it'd be easy because you just get there once at the very end.
Yep.
You just go, can I please get a meatball sub with this? They go, yeah. But because every time you go to Subway, and I have it a lot, they ask you a question after every time, like, what do you want, the cheese? Do you want this? Yes, thanks. Yes, thanks. So it was a bit of a thing. Okay, we're finding out a lot about Arsenal DB right now. Arsenal DB after hours. Okay, what about who win a brawl, Ciara or Swift? Ooh, I think I know Mike. I think
Ciara better win. Is she fighting Taylor Swift? Ciara better piece Taylor Swift up.
Yeah.
There's a two-step on her. Got a two-step on her.
What does she sing? Never say never, ever, ever. Just getting hit in the head.
Let me see you 1 2-step. Just hit it with some 2 pieces like that. You got to win that one.
Yeah, I think Ciara has that one covered by a mile. She'd give her a stone cold stunner. Alrighty, great question. If Tomlin was a Super Saiyan, that's a good question. What would his power level be?
I'll say he probably around. I'm gonna give him. He got a Super Bowl. Been in 2 Super Bowls. I'm gonna give him Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 2-ish. And he ran that level.
How many levels are there?
It's like I think it's like canon is only like there's a lot of them. Like Super Saiyan 1, you got 2, 3. They got a God form. Then they got one beyond the God, and they got 4. Yeah, they got a lot of them. They got like 5 or 6.
Okay, so. By the way, too, I said 30 more minutes and 12 votes said yes, so no one said no. That's fantastic. That's good. That is the audience right there with the feedback. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, so I don't know what that even means. I know what Super Saiyan is, but I don't know what the levels are, so I have no idea. What about our favorite Transformer? Is there different ones?
Yeah, I think I probably have to say that's tough because. Even though he's evil, Megatron is very cool. Megatron is cool. They got Megatron, got Optimus Prime, Bumblebee. I'll probably say Megatron, because even though he's evil, but he's still cool. Like that, he's fighting for. He thinks he's right in his own way, but he's not in the sense. But Megatron is cool.
I didn't even.
And I wanted the jet one was it Starscream or Scarscream? What his name was? The fly in the air. He was cool too. Some of the Decepticons was very cool.
I got to do my bloody deep diving history into Transformers. I just thought they're all the same, but that's me. This one's a great question. This is fucking unbelievable. I love this question. If you're driving your car and going at the speed of light and you turn your headlights on, do they do anything? What do you think?
So you're driving your car going at the speed of light.
You can't see them.
Yeah. It's like...
Is that what he's saying? If you're going that fucking fast and the light's going this way and you're going speed of light, there's no point having them on. What do you think?
It's like one of the Riddler questions.
I love that question. That's my favorite one all year. I'm going to say no. I don't think you need to turn them on. Why would you bother having them on?
Yeah, you really don't need them then, basically.
No, you're driving in darkness. That's a great. I've never heard that question. That's great. I fucking love that. You're driving your car, going speed of light, you turn your headlights on. What do they do anything? Well,
yeah,
no, they don't. I always find it funny, and I know it's like to do with the signs and stuff, right? If I'm going like 1,000,000 miles an hour, like if I'm going like even in a plane, I know it's all kind of do with stuff, and you throw a ball in the air, shouldn't the ball just go like that? When you're driving?
It should.
No, it
Just like fly or something, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't. Because it's all to do with the gravity and stuff. So if you are in a car, right, and I should be able to throw you my terrible towel here, and if you're in the back seat, you should be able to catch it, right? Because we're going forward.
It depends, I guess. It depends.
We're in a car.
Yeah.
But is that like, because it's like because there's no wind and stuff? I don't know. It's like science stuff. You know, it's too big for my brain. But if you and I are outside the car, then that towel's see you later. It's gone.
Yep.
Wind gets it. Anyways, I just think it's strange. Okay, next question.
Yeah, got a class session with
George.
The president of Hula Dooley. You got to teach gravity at HDU.
Yeah. Too much for me, mate. Too much for me. That's over my head. I'm just teaching Steelers. All right. I love that question. That was great. Brian Brown says, though, back to the Steelers reality. What AFC North opponent do you enjoy watching the Steelers whip the most out of the three?
Definitely the Browns. Yeah, I love seeing the Steelers and Ravens go at it because I have respect for the Ravens. You know, the battle's always crazy. Even though we've been beating them badly over the past few years, but the Browns definitely. Trying to beat the Browns is always satisfying because the fans are so annoying. And they're just so like, you know, like they always saying something. And I see like a lot of posts on like Twitter. It'd be like the Steeler post and the Browns fans just be flooded the whole thing. Like, they got the Steeler notifications on, just waiting just to hate. And they call it a robbery, but it's not really a robbery. It's a beatdown. They got one last year, you know, and then the year before that, they got probably one thing as well. But overall, you know, the past few years, it's really a beatdown.
Did you know, Joe, I had this ready as well. The Pittsburgh Steelers record since 2007 when Mike Tomlin took over, that the Pittsburgh Steelers have beaten the AFC North 70 times and lost 31 times and won in one draw. Maybe that's why the Steelers have signed Mike Tomlin for a 4-year deal, is because he takes care of the North.
Yeah, right? 5-1 last year as well.
Yeah, so everyone gives him a hard time, but that is from Stat Muse. Steelers have recorded 70 and 31. So 245 TDs, 2,000 points, and over 102 games played. So the record since his year, has been up there. So, yeah, you know, my answer is the Bengals. Here's another question that's from the Steelers is Cameron Sutton worth bringing back is my question. Thoughts?
Now, from what he did off the field, of course, it's terrible, you know. If he gets suspended, it's rightfully so, you know, suspended for the first maybe 4 or 5 games. But I think as a player, he's good. But if you're going by, you know, his personal actions, I don't look at it as like a good sign. So I didn't like show any. I was like neutral. I wasn't like celebrating like, oh, he's back, because I'm like, because the reason he's back because something he did got released from a different team. So I think as a player standpoint, he's a good player. In our team, you know, I think he got drafted by us in 2017, 3rd round. He kind of worked himself up. He played well in the slot. He can play outside as well too. So having that depth at corner is very good. But personal actions, I don't agree with it.
Yeah, well, I think that's a given. I don't think anyone really agrees with the domestic abuse, and no one does in any sense. Like I said before my show, guy on girl, girl on guy, girl, guy. It doesn't matter. It's not welcomed in society. Everyone knows that. I think we all know that. But as a football sense, and they can deal with all the legal stuff. And if people don't want to watch because he's on the team, that's completely up to that viewer or Steelers fan in the world. And you know, the NFL has got a lot of problems, I'd say, with that stuff, because they'll ban somebody for gambling for over a $5 gamble for a year and a half. But then when it comes to that abuse side, they'll give them like 2 or 4 weeks off. Yeah. So they got to figure that out. But in a football sense, I think it's a good move. In saying that, though, there's no guarantees that he's going to make the team, right?
Yeah. You know, it sounds like a 1-year deal, so he possibly could get beat out by somebody. Corey Trice or somebody play better. He might, I want to keep you and have the outside noise going. I can just roll with him.
Yep, the expectation doesn't mean because he's signed he's going to make the team. It could be someone else, could step up, and there's still a lot of firepower, a lot of fan base around the Beanie Bishop signing, the cornerback, right? So other guys like that, and Darius Rush on the team. So I'm not saying he's going to make it, but they made a signing, and we talk about it. So yeah, man. Any other questions for? No, I got a few here. People saying Inception and 4 of them in a row. I answered that one about the power level. Anyone else? I'm just scrolling through. There's so many comments. Hooly dooly. You don't use beetroot over there, okay? I'm back to the burger talk because I missed them all. Super Saiyan, what does that mean? Super Saiyan is what, 1 million? What does that mean? You help me with that.
I guess it's for the level of power.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it'd be over there because they can't really. On the show, they never really I don't think they ever mentioned it really too much because the scatter are bricks, so they really just say, "Hey, you're just strong enough to destroy a planet."
Darkstorm says if you aim the light backwards, it'll still stand. So if you've got reverse lights on, right, that stands, right, because it's behind you. Is that not? They're not saying it. Yeah, I'd say so. Wouldn't you say so? If it was, does he mean if you have like lights here that beam this way?
If you aim the lights backwards. Just stand still.
I think it's speed of light because it's behind you.
Yeah, maybe.
Alrighty, any more questions coming up? Hang on a minute. When you have the stereo and TV on at the same time, how do you control the volume? Wait, when you have the stereo and the TV on at the same time, how do you control the volume of the TV? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Jaden will help me out.
Stereo and TV on at the same time.
Stereo's on, TV's on. I don't understand that question at all. Jane says, will the Mavs come back to beat the Celtics?
I hope they do because, as you guys know, I'm a Heat fan. I can't stand the Celtics. The Celtics are our rivals. And we played each other multiple times since 2010 in the playoffs. I think the Heat and the Celtics have played 7 times. He had beat them 4 times in the playoffs. They beat us 3, including the time this year. So the Mavs, they're down 0-2. They got injuries. Kyrie Irving, I don't know why he's playing like that. He's playing very stagnant. He's been sluggish a little bit, missing a lot of shots. So they got to find a way to get it done. So they're going to be here in Dallas, I think, on Wednesday. So hopefully they can find a way to get it done. So we can see parade in Dallas. That'd be great to see.
I'm just waiting for the Oilers to win so someone can celebrate. you know, you saw it, right? You saw it now. You know, somebody offered her an OF.
They offered her what?
Someone offered her a contract.
A contract?
Yeah.
To do what?
to do that.
To do that.
To win, mate. What's on her winning to get into the Stanley Cup? I hate to see what's going to happen when she wins a cup. You know what I mean?
Yep.
46 says, Steelers Chick 46 says, DB, what's your favorite tailgate food?
You know what's crazy? I never been to a tailgate.
At all?
I never been to a tailgate at all. No. Unless you consider just hanging out with your friends, watching the game and like in the front room or something. But I never been to a tailgate ever.
You've been to a game, haven't you?
I've been to a game, yeah. Because I went to the Steelers game last year, but as soon as I got, it was a little late. So as soon as I got there, I had to hurry up get to my seat. I see people out there. People had they had TVs on the trucks. It looked pretty cool. Yeah. Texans fans everywhere. And then if I go to a tailgate, and my uncle always going to some, like he's a Cowboy fan. He'd be asking, he'd call, like, "You want to go? I want to go to be around the Cowboy fans. The Cowboy fandom." I haven't been to a tailgate really. I need to go to a tailgate in Pittsburgh. Well, I'm around some good fans. I'm always in enemy territory at the games.
I will say, though, I went to Steelers versus Ravens 2016 Christmas Day. I walked around tailgates, and I will say, as a random person going up to random people, I didn't do it. I thought it was quite awkward. Because in your mind, and maybe some people can do it, I couldn't. Because in your mind, you're like, oh, yeah, I'll go to a tailgate. I'll just talk with everyone, eat some food, drink some beer. But it's still their food and their beer.
Did they charge you, or is like just... They give you a plate for free.
There's just random people in the tailgate, random in the parking lot, right? I walked around with I think I had 3 cans of Coors and it was awful beer. Coors Light in the can was just crap. It was terrible beer. So I had one sip and I was like, oh, do I just go join random people? Then I felt really weird because I didn't know who to choose because there's already conversations happening. Do I just walk up and go, hey, what's going on? Can I join your tailgate? So I thought it was weird. So I ended up not going. And I went back to the bar at Jerome Better's Bar and Grill. So I wasn't at the tailgate, but I was in the bar beforehand drinking beer and having good fun. And then I met random people there. And some bloke just bought me a shot because someone said I'm from Florida. I'm so far away. And I said, that's not far away, you loser. I'm from Australia, like 15,000 miles away. He went, you're from Australia? Like in his accent, not like that. And he's like, I was like, yeah, dude. And he's like, I'm going to buy you a shot. I was like, all right, let's go. And then that was it. And then I never saw him again. But I had a lot of fun, like with the people and stuff. But I always thought it was quite awkward to walk up to random tailgates and go, hey, do you mind if I have some of your hot dogs?
Yeah, like, get that plate at your hand.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Get that plate at your hand. Who gave him a plate?
Who are you? Like, I don't care if we wear the same colors. Get out of my tent. Get out of my car. If you change that radio station, I'm going to knock you out. Like, what the hell? But yeah, I always thought that was quite weird, dude. But in saying that, if I go over there for Christmas, maybe I could start one. I'll just put one chair out there and a 6-pack, and then that's a tailgate. Jed says, what's your favorite Steelers Aussie punter? We've had a few. I think we've had three.
Oh, yeah, three. I think you got Barry. You have what's his name with the? He was always swagged out. What's his name?
Brad Wing.
Yeah, Brad Wing. Yeah, Brad Wing is very cool. I like watching his he was on the videos and stuff. So I probably choose. Yeah, I probably choose Brad Wing. Yeah, he's very cool. As from a personality standpoint. Now, as a player, he was solid with us here and there, but he's very cool.
I don't think we've had anyone else Australian punters. I think we've only had. I think we've only had 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Berry, yeah, 3 in about 10 years.
Wait, who's our punter this year? I forgot.
Cameron Johnston.
No, yeah, because I think Harvin is gone. Yeah.
Cameron Johnston. So he's a veteran Australian punter. Signed a 3-year deal, I think, a 2-year deal. And that was like Fox Sport. Yeah, 3-year deal from Houston. So he's a good punter. Might have been one of the best signings, really, because he's a good punter.
Punting was bad because Harvin he had like moments where he was shining, but punting was bad though for the past few years.
So I've got breaking news here from an article from like March. It says that Johnson, he says here, quote, "I'm super excited to be here." So, that's what he says. I don't think so. Was he Australian? Sepulveda? What's his name? He's not Australian. Is it Danny? Is it Danny something? No, I don't think he was he?
I don't even know. Sepulveda.
Daniels, I don't think he was Australian, was he? If he was, I'm going to be... No, he's American football player. Yeah. He won the Ray Guide thing too. Yeah, so we've had 3 Australian punters. If my would be probably... I'd probably say Barry, because we don't know at the moment with the other bloke. Yeah,
Barry was there for a long time, kind of, really.
Yeah, like 7 years and whatnot. But he couldn't punt in the cold. His idea was in the cold.
Yeah, like his hamstring used to lock up.
Yeah, and now he plays for the Vikings. He plays indoors, but still plays. I think he's with the Vikings now. Jordan Berry. Never got him on the show. I've had 3 Australian punters. Being a Steelers Australian channel, I've never had anyone on. That's crazy to me. Eh? I'm not thinking I can't have Brad Wing on because I've bagged him out too much. Jordan Berry is now a Viking, so I can't have him on. I've reached out to Jordan Berry. I tried texting him via Instagram, didn't write back, and I haven't reached out to Cameron Johnson yet. Hurly dooly. All right, let's start to get out of here soon. The questions are gone a bit dry now, so I do appreciate yourself coming on, the HCU alumni. How long does that last for? Yep. You've been an alumni. Is it like the 1 year thing?
When you graduate, it lasts forever. Forever.
Forever?
Yeah, when you graduate, you're like from alumni of the school forever.
Okay, so it's not like you don't say it after the first year of graduating. No?
No.
So you can say it forever.
Yeah,
so
forever.
Like, if we had a campus, are you allowed to go back on campus and hang around with all the the school kids that are in that year, or what do you do? Is it like
you probably could if you wanted to, but
careful,
it gets depending on what school it is. Some schools might call the security on you.
Yeah. So if you walk around and say I'm the class of 2000 and 23. But at the same time, is too with our university here, it's open for anyone. It can be all ages, right? So
yeah, because they have like some old former people like former players that play on the team. Old like sorority members that come back to the school. So they probably have it open for them.
So should we put you in the Hall of Fame then? Should I make like a Hall of Honor?
Oh yeah, HDU. Hall of Honor. Yeah, HDU. I was a starting quarterback for HDU for 3 years. We won 3 national championships. You can't look it up right now because the website down. We won 3 of them.
We're not even around a year. How do you're fucking quarterback for 3 years? We've only been around 1 year. What are you doing? Throwing the ball before you threw the ball and then it turned and it exploded into HDU. That's a movie right there. You throw the ball and go HDU like that, and then it just goes boom, and the Big Bang starts. That's how. You
still gotta get one player to say it though. That'd be cool if you can get a player to say that on TV. That'd be hilarious.
I'll just have to like trick him. I have to like ask him like 3 or 4 different questions, and then clip it out. It's like get him to say these different words. Like,
can you say hooly dooley for me? It's part of my motto of my channel. Okay, hooly dooley. Just clip it.
What's the 17th letter of the alphabet? H? Yeah, like that. And then I'll ask like Heath Miller. How do I pronounce your name, Heath? But really pronounce the H. Heath. Oh man. I'm gonna answer these. I don't know what these guys are doing in the chat. I'm gonna call it because some reason Kylie Minogue's brought up, and she's the most unattractive person I've ever seen in my life.
I don't even know who that is.
Dude, look up Kylie Minogue if you can.
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue is one of the most overrated Australian actors and also singers on the entire planet. Her ticket to Hollywood should have expired 2005, 6.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her before.
Nah, she's the most. Her and Nicole. Is it? Yeah, Kylie. Yeah, the Kylie Minogue and Danny Minogue. Most overrated, I think, actors, singers in the world, in my opinion. I think I see him on like Channel 7 all the time. She's okay. I don't mind her back in. I think she was back on Neighbours.
Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah, I think she was on Neighbours back in the day. But yeah, Kylie Minogue and Danny Minogue are the most overrated, in my opinion. I don't rate them at all. Not at all.
I don't think I heard of them before.
I don't know where that came up. That was like Tony was just brought it up for some reason. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you everyone for Still Nation Oz. It's been an awesome interview. It's not interview. I'm not going for a job interview, am I? Are you, DB? You're already HG alumni. You're sweet. You know? You just self-proclaimed, put yourself in the Hall of Fame. I can't do anything about it.
The Hall of Honor.
Like AB. You're like AB walking in. Like if AB walks in the Hall of Fame, you can't kick him out. And DB's like, I'm already in here. You can't kick me out. I'm part of the Hall of Fame. All right. Thanks, man. Do you want to plug your channel on the way out, and then we'll get out of here?
Yeah, you guys can go subscribe to the Arsenal DB. Subscribe. Got, of course, football stuff. Steelers. Also basketball stuff too. I'm gonna be covering some of the NBA final stuff as well. Some of the NBA stuff. I might bring boxing and MMA. Maybe I was thinking about doing like a fight night Friday, like every big fight. Just discuss, do a quick segment to discuss some fights that go on. So I might bring that into the channel too. But yeah, everything you need, we got.
I'm just gonna quickly put the link in the description for the people back if they see it. And yeah, dude, I enjoy your content. You're on 812 subs. We're almost near 1,000. You're doing really good in my opinion. Talking football, talking everything you do with basketball and whatnot and that kind of stuff. It's good fun. It is good fun. So I'll put it in there. That's why I bring you on the show. You're lighthearted. You know how to have a bit of a joke too. And yeah, it's just awesome maybe having on the show, dude. Oh yeah, what is your wrestling one too? Before we go.
Oh, it's on that channel we do like wrestling, we do music. It's the Genesis. It should be on my channel. Yeah, like it's go to the bottom. Yeah. NEW.
Is it New Genesis?
Yeah, like Genesis of the Bible, like New Genesis. Yeah.
Now, wait a minute.
It should be linked to my channel. Like if you click on my profile and scroll down, it should have it on there.
Is that who's in the photo? Is that you in the photo?
Yeah, that's the kid version of us. We was like 10, like 10. Me and my cousin.
Are you like in a poker machine room?
I think we was at it's a place called think it was either Speed Zones. I don't think Speed Zones exist anymore. But like it was like arcade plays for birthday.
Looks like you're gambling. All right, that's the link. That's the link there if you want to check that out too. Am I sub to that? No, I'll sub to that too. So that's all wrestling, is it?
No, we basically react to anything. It'd be like wrestling, music reactions to all type of stuff. So it'd be like different stuff. Just basically reacting to stuff, really.
Hey, you're doing pretty good on the view count stuff. Like, I mean, I would say keep it going.
Yep.
You know what's going on. You know how to play the game. I'll say keep it going for that too. All right, so you guys can check that out as well. New Genesis, like Sega Genesis, right? Sega.
Yeah.
All right. Hey.
Let's go for the win, man.
Man, I'm fucking working. Hey, we'll see you later.
Coach Tomlin. Let's go for
Peace
the
out.
win, man.
Coach, you drafted 3 offensive
Coach
linemen
Tomlin.
so far, including one at the very top there in Troy Fatano. All of them love football, all of them passionate, all of them real physical. Was continuing to address the offensive line a big key for you guys heading into this draft?
We just want to roll people, man, to be honest with you guys. We got